But it's like there's a few different parts to it. The other and one of the things is they've got a multiplayer system.
Yeah.
So you can actually like play tactics against other people.
Oh my god, I need it!
Right?
I need it! I'm so happy! I'm so happy.
Right? So I'm just saying.
Where have you guys been keeping it?
I gotta get a new game.
I'm gonna have to put in like text to explain what is happening while we're talking because it's not gonna make any fucking sense.
Gaming. This is the thing.
Gaming! I get to game again! And you wonder why I'm single. No, you know why I'm single? I'm just saying this before we start the episode. You know why I'm single?
Why are you single?
I am single because I sat alone, smoking out of my pipe, smoking some tobacco, in our little man cave. And I was imagining what would happen, like, when we're in the SEA, like, how am I gonna impress people? How am I gonna, like, make friends, you know? And I sat there and I was like, wanna know a skele-pun? I've got a skeleton. There are a lot of skele-fun. We can go for a skele-run and the skele-sun. And then I was like, oh my god. I am making terrible skeleton puns alone at, like, 10 in the morning. This is why!
See, but it's not like a total proof, because you think that now, and you're gonna run into that guy who's gonna out-pun you.
Oh god.
And you're gonna be like, oh my god.
You know, the only time that I've been, like, match for match with someone in a pun is when I was in the mental ward. Dad came to visit me one time, and when he came to visit, we were just back and forth.
Makes sense. That man would just drive me crazy.
It is amazing!
Oh my god. So, yeah, that's a thing. Hey, wait a minute.
I think, okay, because I still like talking, I think I'm gonna keep this video on an audio file, and then I'm gonna overlay it on the video that I made of Era playing Adventure Capitalist.
Oh, you actually did one with her?
We didn't say anything. She wanted to play. I had to go outside with Sydney. So I let her play Adventure Capitalist, which is basically just an idle game. And I kept the footage. It has no audio of her. It's just the game. And I was going to keep that and overlay an audio of you and I talking to make the next leading with my face. We could just talk for another, like, 10 minutes, and that's a video.
Wow, that's really kind of... It's not a bad idea, actually.
Yeah.
Because then it's like somebody else has done the work.
I just have to overlay it.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And I can keep this part in because this is, like, video tech stuff, and people apparently think this is hot, which makes me desirable.
So,
Yay!
Well, just continue. So what's your thing with Final Fantasy Tactics?
My thing with Tactics? I don't know. Okay, I played Final Fantasy once when I was a kid. I stole Brittany's Game Boy while she wasn't looking, and I played her Final Fantasy, which I think was like 7?
Okay.
Whichever one it was, the main impact at the beginning of the story was that a giant meteor hit, and you had to go to the meteor, and then there was a part of it, like, on a ship, and you'd, like, go around in the little ship everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't remember which Final Fantasy it was, but that one was, like, hands down my favorite game. I've always loved that game. I just don't remember which one it is, but I've done research, too. I can't fucking find it.
Well...
But I've always had a thing for Final Fantasy. Like, Final Fantasy was, like, my introduction into gaming, and I was like, yes! So when you guys lent me this bag and you were like, here, play some games, like I saw the Mario ones and I was like, yeah, I played Mario at my grandma's a lot, I guess I could do that. And then I found the Final Fantasy and I was like, ow, 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 because I'm trying to like squeal with excitement and I just had surgery, so every time I'd squeal, it would hurt, and Cleo was just dying laughing in the chair next to me. She's like, stop fucking doing that. And I'm like, I can't, ow. But I finally got down and I started playing and I was like, okay, this isn't exactly what I was used to, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. And that has become one of my favorite fucking games. And I wanted to play it so bad. And I was like, Amy, do you know where the Game Boy is? She was like, somewhere. I was like, ugh.
It's cool because I dug it out like last month at some point when it was when I was packing your stuff up in the upper closet.
Yeah.
And it's cool because actually I think I did see that, and I love playing tactics games myself. That's like I was saying, right?
I'm so happy. I forgot what I named my character. I think I named him something silly.
That would be like what?
My gamer tag at that time was Icarus, so it might have been that. Kitty! Kitty meow!
I'm trying to remember that lesbian joke you said, like when you were in the store. I'm like, God, that would be when you were like, holy lesbian.
Oh God, I was in the store with my boyfriend at the time, Justin. We're still really good friends.
Yeah.
We've just kind of drifted apart a bit, but I was in the store with him at the time, and it was a gas station, and I was really tired, but I was also kind of high, so I was just kind of like, like picking through all the snacks and everything, and he goes, babe, and I was like, what? And because he knows I love mints, he found Mentos that were like caramel with mint chocolate filling, and he showed them to me, and I looked at them, and I went, holy chocolate-covered lesbian petunias, Batman, that's amazing! And he just kind of started laughing, and then the guy behind the counter started laughing, and I was like, oh shit, I said that out loud. Cause shit like that goes through my mind all the fucking time, and I didn't have the filter on, and I was just like, bleh, word vomit.
It's beautiful. I was just trying to think, I couldn't remember how long. I was like, no, that's not going to fit into 16 character box.
Holy chocolate-covered lesbian petunias.
Lesbian petunia, God, that does sound like...
It was a Spider-Man meme I saw a really long time ago. Where he's like, holy chocolate-covered lesbian petunias, I left the stove on!
Oh, that was the thing! Oh.
It was a meme at one point, and I regularly think in memes.
A meme's a terrible thing to waste.
Oh, yes.
No, like, I used to go and just name characters, and like there would be just a set thing, you know, you'd have like your best friends, and they'd be like your characters. And then you'd play some game like, you know, like Earthbound or something.
Oh, God.
And it was just like, okay, you're getting ridiculous, and it's like, okay, someone has to be Mr. Asshole.
You know the best, though, okay. I'm gonna reference another gamer channel here.
Mm-hmm.
You know the hands down best name I have ever heard of for a Pokemon game, because it makes everything fucking hilarious. Capital I, lowercase word, never. I never received a Pokemon from Professor Oak. I never received the Pokeball. I never received my prize money. And you can be really sassy in the entire game, and they're like, well, I never, if it isn't great to see you. And it makes everything so fucking sarcastic. The Game Grumps fucking nailed it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It was amazing. I was crying. I was laughing so hard. I was like, oh my god.
Oh wow.
God, my lip fucking hurts. You know why else my lip hurts? This part of my lip and my tongue hurt because when I was getting Sydney dressed this morning, I put her pants on and I was holding her pants and I lifted up to pull her like into her pants, and her head swung up and hit me under the chin and I bit both at the same time. And she was just kind of like, ooh, and I was like, are you okay? And she was like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like,
That's a thing in this family. Like everybody has a head that is like, you know, a mace.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We are deadly weapons. Not that we're trained well for fighting or anything. We just have little to no regard for self-preservation.
Oh no! If you ever get a chance, if you see Era's mom Kim, you look at her nose, and you'll notice, you know, it's like whatever. It's a little roundel. It used to be pointier, but I had this tendency to like tie my shoe or pick something up and not notice she was close, and then I would get up too fast and hit her in the nose with my head. Like almost broke her nose this one time. I was tying my shoe, and she's like, "Oh hey, the bus stones are what?" Boom! And all of a sudden I'm just like, "Wow, my head's warm." She's like, "It's my blood, you fucker!"
That's amazing.
It was something. It's such a special relationship.
Oh. Those are the best kind.
Mm-hmm.
The funny ones that leave you lots of good stories.
And lots of blood on the floor.
So much blood on the floor. All the blood on the floor.
Oh God.
What?
It's like I keep getting reminded of like Era when we were playing this point and click adventure game, like one of her first role playing games, and I still love it. We had this part of the game. What was it? It was you were in a bar, and it was a bar where in this fantasy world people are role playing, but they're role playing like they're insurance salesmen. Like of the real world, and they're feeding things into this machine and playing it, and your character's looking around like, okay, how do I get these people to stop playing so I can, get this part of their dialogue so I can continue the storyline. Well, anyway, so you end up going into the back room, and you find that there's a monkey, and he's the one who's grabbing all the input that these players are actually putting in, and he's just randomly yanking on levers and so forth. Nice parody on DMs being monkeys. I can totally relate to that. So anyway, Era's sitting there, and I'm like, okay, Era, how do you think we should solve this situation? We got to get the monkey to stop. Well, Dad, says Miss 3-year-old Era, I think we should go and bash him on the head until he falls on the ground and drowns in a pool of his own blood, and then he'll stop. I shit you not, this was happened, and this was amazing. And it was exactly that kind of face that you're giving me right now of like, what? What?
I've been dumbstruck. I'm just like, what? I just realized I was quiet.
I'm like, yeah, I was the same way. I just like, stop. And then she just kind of looks at me like,
oh God, the face you made.
I love you, baby.
Oh,
So
you're such a perfect daughter. That was a good burp. That one tasted nice. It tasted like sandwich.
Work on the projection. I'd give you points for 6.
Hell yeah! I'll take it! That's a thing that we do, that my foster mom thought it was really freaking weird. Me and Maya would walk around, and we would burp all the time because we just kind of like, whatever, it's manners. And the other one of us would rate it on a scale from 1 to 10. And sometimes we could object and be like, no, not a 3. I think it was at least a 5 because it had really good flavor. And they were like, oh, well, that's good. You gotta rate all sides of the burp.
Well, you always gotta remember, you gotta knock off 30% if it's the Russian scale.
No, that brings my burp down to a C.
It's true. It's hard to keep up with the Russians for burping. I mean, hell, Amy's Pollock, man. If you've heard her in full form. This tiny little girl, especially like you go to like friggin' like dim sum or something. She's like had like 3 or 4 plates. And for all you out there, so my wife is like 120 pounds.
She's like way thin. She's super pretty.
She's super pretty. She's my little pencil model girl. I love her. But man, when she puts away 6 plates of food and doesn't gain a pound, and you're going, how the hell did you do it? And then this
witchcraft!
It must be, because the burp that comes out of her will stop the entire room going, where did that come from? Demons? What?
Demons? Are they finally descending upon us?
Oh, God. It's amazing.
You know, I used to hate it when my boyfriend would pop my fingers. Because it hurt. And I was like, no, that's so mean. And now I'm just like, crack, just push them against each other to pop them, like doing all sorts of cool tricks. And Era's just like, wow. And then she goes, ow. And I'm like, hey.
Yeah, it takes a while, honey.
It takes a long time. You will get there eventually.
It's like breaking up all that calcium deposit.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a big thing, you know. You don't think, what was it? I was watching it was Rocky Balboa, which is technically like Rocky 6. Well, anyway, like, you know, I went there on a whim because I used to watch him as a kid. I wasn't really interested. I'm not like the biggest fan, but it was cool because, like, okay, Sylvester Stallone, he was in his 60s, and it's all about like him having this one last fight, you know. Well, anyway, so he's doing training to go and have the fight, and the person who's training him goes off like, okay, so you're old, and there's calcium now like ripping into your body, which means yes, you're gonna take more blows, but B, you ain't moving fast, boy.
No, you ain't going nowhere. Slow.
Right, and it's cool because he actually loses in the end, but he tires the other guy out. Because it was all based off like a computer simulation. Like, hey, look, it's the heavyweight guy, and what if we computer simulated him against Rocky Balboa? It's like, well, Rocky Balboa will technically win, so the hotshot champion is like, you know, oh, obviously I need to go and fight him. Let's get him out of retirement, kind of bullshit. It was a fun movie. It was a fun movie. Like, there's a great monologue, and it's about him yelling at this council and saying, you're too old to fight, and saying, how dare you not let me fight? I'm a fighter, that's my fucking right.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I recommend it. So, yeah.
Woo!
Yeah! There's my rant.
My mind went off on a tangent about what I was gonna do for the thumbnail of this video.
Oh, okay.
I got distracted.
No worries. I did a rant.
That's cool. Yeah, cool story, bro.
Yay!
Woo! Okay. Let's cut it there.
Okay.